Okay, 6th graders, we're going to go through the spiral review for week 4. Worksheet week 4, we're going to review some of these concepts together, and then you can work on this for tomorrow, okay? This one covers, the first section is all on divisibility, or how numbers fit into another number, okay? So first of all, the divisibility rules. Do you remember the rules that we use to see if a number goes into another number? What's the rule for 2, Garrett?
If the number is even.
Yep. If the number is even, then 2 goes into that number, right?
Yeah.
How about 3? How about 3? Sam?
If you add both of the digits together and it equals the whole by 3.
Correct. Yep. If the sum of the digits, let's say that we have a number like 45. The sum of these digits are 9, right?
Yeah.
And since 9 is divisible by 3, then this number is divisible by 3. Okay? How about 4? What's the rule for 4, Lily? We're on week 4. Are you on week 4? Oh, there we go. Do you remember what the rule is for 4?
Yeah.
Who can help her out for 4? AJ?
The last 2 digits.
Yeah, the last 2 digits of the number. So a number like 116, would that be divisible by 4? Lily? Why? What was it, AJ? What was the rule?
If you, the last 2 numbers, if they're something like 5 and not 4.
Yep, so Lily, why is that one divisible by 4? Which 2? What does that make? 16. Since 16 is divisible by 4, this number is divisible by 4. How about the rule for 5? Reese? Exactly. If the last number is a 0 or a 5, it's divisible by 5. How about 6? Laura?
If 2 and 3 are divisible by...
Right. If it's both even, so it's divisible by 2, and it's divisible by 3, so that's using this rule, then it's also divisible by 6. How about 8? 8 is similar to 4. What is it, Gray?
Last 3 digits.
Right. If the last 3 digits are divisible by 8. All right? So
What if it's a 2-digit number?
4,800.
What if it's a 2-digit?
Then you'd have to check it, wouldn't you? If it's a 2-digit number. Yep. Like 78, is that divisible by 8?
No.
You'd have to check it, right? But you know all of the 8s up to 12, don't you?
Not 1.
Sure.
Yes.
96, 88, and so on. 80, and going down. How about 9? What's the rule for 9? Gracie?
If you add up the numbers and it's divisible by 9.
Right, if you add the digits again, and it's divisible by 9. So it's a lot like 3. If the sum of the digits are divisible by 9, would 45 be divisible by 9 using that rule? Merlin? Would 45 be divisible by 9 using that rule?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Because 4 plus 5 equals 9, and then 9 is divisible by 9.
Exactly. Yep. And finally 10. Max? How do you know if a number is divisible by 10?
If it's divisible, if it ends in a 0.
Ends in a 0, right. Let's go on to 4 and 5. In 4 and 5, you're asked about the factor tree and to write the prime factorization. Let's take a number like 84. prime factorization is to write it using its prime numbers. Okay? So, what is 84 divisible by? That's where we need to start. What is 84 divisible by? Adam?
4.
Okay, it's divisible by 4. That's one of its factors. How many times does 4 go into 84? How many?
Oh, I know.
21. Right? Are these prime? No, so we have to keep going. Caleb? 2. 2 is a factor. Are those prime?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. So we can stop here. Is 21 prime? What makes 21? Yep. 3 and 7. Are those prime?
Yes.
Yes, so now we stop and we can write the prime factorization. And we can write using exponents. How many 2's are there?
2.
2 of them. So we write 2 to the second power. How many 3's are there?
1.
1. So we do times 3. Since there's only 3 to the first power. And times
7.
7. And this, if you multiply this out, would equal what number? Johnny? 84. This is the prime factorization for 84. The prime ingredients and how much to put in. Sammy?
I got 7 and 3 and then 3 squared.
Yeah, so you got,
I did 9 times 7.
so what did you start with?
9 times 7.
Equals 84? No, 9 times 7 is 16. Yeah. So if you, that's where, if you miss the factors, you don't, sometimes it's just easiest to divide by 2. 2 and 42, 6 and 7, 2 and 3. If you do this a different way, you'll still get to the prime factors. 6 and 7, 2 and 3. See that? We still get to the prime factors if you keep dividing until they're prime. Okay? In 8 through 10, it asks you the height of these different things, measuring using metric units. What are some metric units? Some examples of metric units for measuring. Are inches metric? No. What sort of units would we use to measure in metric? Anybody remember? Meters. What goes with meters? Centimeters, millimeters, and kilometers. Kilometers are the biggest, right? There's 1,000 meters in a kilometer. There's 100 centimeters in a meter. And there's 10 millimeters in a centimeter, right? So use those to answer those questions. Number 11 and 12 are kind of working backwards. They're using time to figure out how long time has passed. 13 and 14 are reading the graph. Make sure you pay attention to the title and what the numbers mean. And then in 15 through 20, the coordinate plane. And we just covered the coordinate plane. How to identify the ordered pair. Remember, an ordered pair in 15 through 20 is the x number and the y number, separated by a comma and with parentheses around it. The x number is how far to the left or right, and the y number is how far up or down. Okay? So, do this one for tomorrow.